an angle where we can be able to get solutions. In fact, the appeal to me for the National Assembly to put in place some budgetary allocations is fairly myopic. What we need to do as a House is to call the Central Bank of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, we know that the Central Bank of Kenya has got a role in managing inflation, and they do it through monetary policy. We need to understand from the Central Bank of Kenya what kind of proactive policies are they putting in place. Because what happens is that when inflation is going up, the central banks across the world tighten their monetary policy. What is the stance of the central bank? Secondly, Mr. Speaker, we need to address our fiscal policy. And that's where I've had a lot of arguments about the VAT, about taxation. We need to ask ourselves, are we overtaxing Kenyans? Mr. Speaker, there's been a debate that many people have not focused on. What is the ideal tax to GDP ratio? And in this country, the tax to GDP ratio is lower than what you'd call the global average. Why? Because of tax evasion and because of a lot of cheating and a lot of porous holes in our tax system. So, Mr. Speaker, as I support this statement, let us address our monetary policy and let's call the central bank. Let's look at our fiscal policy, but more importantly, let this parliament address itself to the sectoral policies that have destroyed agriculture, that have destroyed manufacturing, that have made the cost of doing business and the cost of living too high. Mr. Speaker, as I conclude while supporting this, when it comes to agriculture, there was Galana Kulalu. This was supposed to ensure there was food security in this country so that we don't need to rely on wheat from Ukraine, on maize from Mexico, on sugar from Brazil. Mr. Speaker, that was a failure. And perhaps the people who are complaining today about the high food prices were the architects of that failure. We need to be honest with each other. Mr. Speaker, the subsidy program, fertilizer, seed for farmers in North Rift also collapsed. Our food reserves, National Cereals and Produce Board, collapsed, Mr. Speaker. Today, NCPB is leasing out its warehouse space, and the people who caused that collapse, Mr. Speaker, are very loud on rooftops talking about the collapse of the agriculture sector. Mr. Speaker, I want to encourage Senator Cherargei, if this can convert into a motion, let that motion not be to call on the National Assembly to tinker with the budget. That is a simplistic approach. Let us look at our monetary policy, our fiscal policy, our sectoral policies, and also let us have sanity in politics, such that our politics is not Robin Hood kind of politics, where we steal from the rich, steal from the government, and go and distribute to the poor in the form of wheelbarrows and other Stone Age implements. Mr. Speaker, I support this statement by Senator Cherargei.
You are attracting a lot of uncalled for debate. Honorable Senators, we'll come back. I know there's still interest in the statements, but I will want to rearrange just for the convenience of the House so that we go to order number 8.
Order number 8, motion, approval of senators to serve in sessional committees.
Leader of majority.
Okay. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move that pursuant to standing orders numbers 189, 219, 220, 221, the business of the Senate approves the following senators nominated to the Senate Business Committee to serve in the sessional committees of the Senate. A, Committee on County Public Accounts and Investments. 1. Senator Engineer Hargura Godana, MP. Senator Adan Duro Fatuma, CBS MP. 3. Senator Kimani Wamatangi, MP. 4. Senator Njeru Ndwiga, EGH MP. 5. Senator Samson Cherargei, MP. 6. Senator Dr. Achilo Ayako, EGH MP. 7. Senator Professor Imana Malaki, Charles Ekal, MP. 8. Senator Jones Mwaruma, MP. 9. Senator Mercy Chebeni, MP. B, Committee on Delegated Legislation. 1, Senator Samuel Osron Pogisho, EGH MP. 2, Senator Mary Yan, Senator MP. 3, Senator Abshiro Alake MP. 4, Senator Anwar Loitiptip MP. 5, Senator Farhia Ali Haji MP. 6, Senator Mwinyi Haji Mohamed Faki MP. 7, Senator Agnes Kavindu Modama MP. 8, Senator Judith Pareno MP. 9, Senator Professor Samson Ongeri, EGH MP. Madam Speaker, I want to appeal to my colleagues that this is a procedural motion. It's very straightforward. It should not take too long to approve the names. It's important that we have these sessional committees, Madam Speaker, so that we can progress. Sessional committees come once every year. We need to approve these ones so that we can have a committee of public accounts, which is very important. A committee on delegated legislation deals with the subsidiary legislation of the Senate, and very important committee. So I'd like to ask that we all support quickly. And Madam Speaker, I want to move and ask Senate Minority Leader to second. Thank you very much.
Madam Speaker, I truly do support this motion. As you know, it is a very important motion in terms of naming and appointing the members of these two crucial committees. They are sessional committees, which mean every year we got to reconstitute the two committees.